Hi there, Ryan Wyatt, and welcome to High Point Music's online video tutorial. So what we're going to cover in today's tutorial is going to take you people through how to play Ed Sheeran's Shape of You. So this should be a very cool one and help you get across some cool rhythms and still maintain the groove of the song even though we're playing it on a solo acoustic version. So let's drop this intro and get into all the parts and techniques we're going to need. Alright, so let's jump into breaking down this first part here. So what we've got on the fretboard is so breaking down that part, we're starting with our first finger in a bar, like that, on the 4th fret, and then all we're doing is adding our 2nd and our 3rd fingers in like this. And what that gives us is the basis of a C sharp minor triad, so we're going 1, 2, 3, just like that. That's our first 3 notes, and then our second 3 notes are implementing the F sharp here, which is on the D string. Like that. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, and again. So 1, 2, 3, 2. That's the first half of the opening riff. What we've got coming up now is we've got a position shift with our first finger where we're just shifting that to open up the A string in the bass here. So we go A in the bass, and then we go those 2 notes all over again. So the first 3, so 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, just like that. So 1, 2, 3, position shift with our first finger. Do that again. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, position shift. Alright, so with this next section, there's a few different ways we can approach it. Me personally, I like to use my 4th finger like that on the 7th fret and go with the 6th and the 4th on the G string there. But I'll show you how that works. 1, 2, 3. And then the 4th, like that. That's how you can do that. So 4th on the 7th fret. But for those of you who aren't very comfortable with your 4th or making big string skips with it, what you can do is play a nice B sus there with the 9th, and all you're doing is applying that exact same finger picking pattern or picking pattern that we've been using if you're using a pick, with the bass there on the A string, the B string, and then that one there. So the way that fits together is so with that one, just take your time, figure out which one feels the most comfortable for you, and then just practice that one up and go with that. So now we've got a look at the next section coming up, so I'll show you how that works. So we're going to be using just our straight bar chords here, and then these voicings are quite cool because what we're doing is we're splitting up the bass in the lower register here, and then getting the upper triad, so you get that real separation between the chords, which is a very cool effect, particularly in a solo setting. So here's the section. We're going to then play it, break it down. So 1. So what we've got going on here is we've got our C sharp minor bar chord in the A form position, which is our first finger making a bar across the 4th fret, 2nd finger on the B string there on the 5th fret, 3rd finger on the 6th fret there on the D, 4th finger on the 6th fret on the G string there. And again, talking about that bass and chord separation, what we've got here is bass, chord, chord. I'm just going to do this again, 1, 2, 3, and I want you to listen out to that real punchy percussive effect. So if we bring the other camera into play, we've got the bass, chord, chord, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just like that. So what I'm doing in between those chords is I'm just relaxing the pressure. I've spoken about this in other videos, so just relaxing the pressure off of the strings to create that really staccato, really percussive effect there that we can achieve with our chords. So by doing this, we can make sure we maintain the integrity of the rhythm of the original tune with that. I'll show that fits. Just like that, and that's just done by relaxing the first finger, easy. So, jumping onto our F sharp minor chord or our bar chord, here we go, 1, 2, 3. Applying the same thing there with the bass on the E string and the upper 4 strings, the D, the G, the B, the E, like that, and we're going 1, 2, 3, just like that there. So the first bit, C sharp, 1, 2, 3, F sharp, like that. And then what we're doing after that is we're moving up to our 5th fret where we've got the first finger, which is covering effectively just the top string here and the B and E like that. So we've got the bass on the 5th fret there and the bottom 4 strings, applying the exact same thing that we were using on the F sharp minor just a second ago. So bass, chord, chord, like that on the A, and then we're sliding that up to the B major like that and applying a very, very similar rhythm where we're going 1, 2. So I'll put that together really slowly for you all out there. So we got bass, chord, chord, bass, chord, chord, bass, chord, chord, bass, chord, 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 bass, chord, chord, bass, chord. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And last time here, people. Alright, so I'm going to demonstrate to you now that little bass run I was putting in there. So what we've got is a hammer on from your 4th fret on the G sharp to the B like that. Alright, so, and then our first finger drops down after that hammer on to make the first note of the C sharp minor, 1, 2, 3, just like that. So hammer on, 1, 2. Just like that. So take your time, 4th, 7th, and then dropping straight back into the start of the riff there with that one. All right, very cool. We're on to the last section now, the chorus part. Let's jump in. I'll show you guys what we're playing and then break it down for you. So. Alright, so what we're using here is an octave technique where we've got one note lower down the octave and then we're doubling with a note up the octave and then we're just adding a percussive layer with a muting technique in between. So what we've got, first finger on the 4th fret on the A string like that. You can have either your 4th or your 3rd finger playing the octave on which in this case it's our C sharp there with our 3rd finger on the G string on the 6th fret. And then if you see on the side camera, you can check out the D string is being muted by the first finger laying flat across it there, all right? So that's the sound. So 1, 2, 3, we slide up to the 7th fret and the 9th fret with this octave shape. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. So if sliding is not really working out for you too well with these fingers, don't stress it. There's a few little tips I've got for you to help you get that. The first one is use your eyes to actually look ahead to where you want your fingers to line up with. Because your eyes create direct feedback for all your motor skills and muscle memory, by looking ahead, you're going to give yourself a far greater chance, and by not rushing it, you're going to really raise those odds of you being able to execute that idea perfectly. So I'll show you how that works. So 1, 2, and as you're getting ready to slide, fix your eyes on where you want your first finger to go, which in this case is the 7th fret on the A string. So you're going 1, 2, and then you're looking be surprised when you're doing it slowly and just taking your time how often your hands are going to follow your eyes. So it's a great little tip for you there. Moving on to the next part, we're dropping down to this chord shape here, which is a power chord shape off the D string. So first finger on the F sharp, C sharp there on the G string, and then the F sharp up the octave. For those of you who don't know your notes, it's your 4th fret here on the D string, 6th fret on the G, and then we've got our 7th fret on the B string there. So these 3 notes. And again, we're applying the same sliding principle and the same strumming pattern where we're going 1, 2, and on the 3rd we slide that entire shape up, only 2 frets this time to the 6th fret to make a G sharp 5. So putting that together nice and steady, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what we've got with this next section is we're just taking our A major and B major triads as we did in the previous section and putting those together like this. So separating the bass note and the upper structure, going 1, 2, 3. So all of that put together sounds like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Last one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, bass chord. So this is a very, very cool one because it allows you to practice switching between 2 different techniques of the octaves and then back into splitting up those major triads where we've got our fingers playing the bass notes and then the upper structure of the chord. So creates a very, very cool effect as from the listener's perspective, and also it's a great little exercise for you to develop switching between these techniques, playing something really cool in a tune like this one. So there we have it. That's all the parts for Shape of You by Ed Sheeran in this little arrangement we've got of it. Very important for you all out there to take your time and really just take each step and do it to the best of your ability, taking all these concepts that we've spoken about in the video. And if you follow those, take your time and build them up, develop them, not only will you be able to play this tune, but you'll be able to transfer all of those techniques to other arrangements and other tunes that you want to learn and pick them up a lot quicker. So if you appreciate the value of the content we're offering, smash those like, subscribe, and share buttons. If there's a question you'd like to ask me with your playing or something you'd like to see in future videos, drop a comment on either the YouTube channel or the blog if you're watching this on our website, and we'll get back to you and let you know when we can fit that into our shooting schedule. If you'd like to support the channel in pumping out more exclusive content for you all, you can show your appreciation by making a donation via the PayPal donate function, which you can donate whatever amount you feel represents the content in these videos to you. So that could be $1, $2, $5, $10, whatever. All you have to do is click on the link below in the description, or if you're on the website, the top or bottom of each page, and just donate whatever amount you feel represents that value to you. Lastly, if you'd like to work with me in a one-on-one capacity and break through any challenges you're working on with the instrument, you can book an 8-week tailored video program where I work with you one-on-one in an exclusive tailored video setup, giving you an outline program for 2 months to get you from where you are to where you want to be in the quickest possible time. So it's a fantastic way to see great results in a short period of time by working in that environment. So people, really cool tune. Take your time, incorporate all the techniques, and I hope you all get a great load of enjoyment in this one, either playing along in the track or playing live in a performing setup. Make sure you practice hard, have a heap of fun with your guitar playing, and I look forward to catching up with you all in the next video.